What is up, everybody? It's Gabriel. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to my silly little rambling. But today's video, we're going to be doing a little concept video on what if Thomas the Tank Engine actually had a Beyblade X collab. And I made all these images myself. None of these are fan-made. I had to purposely just make all these myself. Because, yeah, there hasn't really been any concept of a Thomas the Tank Engine Beyblade. But before we get this started...
Hey you, do you want BX bays? Or even UX bays? Or even the new CX bays? Well then go check out partner to the channel, Mall of Toys. They're a big help to the channel. And if you use code Gabriel's Bays at checkout, you'll save 5% off. Anyways, let's get to the video.
So first thing I want to talk about is actually the box design, which is pretty much your standard box design for any Beyblade X collab, which shows the bays that are in the set, including some promotional renders of Thomas and Percy, which, yeah, this is Thomas and Percy double pack, because, you know, Thomas and Percy are the most recognizable characters of Thomas and Friends, and you can't really have Thomas without Percy, or Percy without Thomas. And as you can see in the front of the box, you can see that Percy is a green wizard arrow, and Thomas is a blue Hell's Chain. So, yeah, as you can see, the parts on each of them are Percy 560 Orb and Thomas 460 Ball. I'll show off those parts later on in the video, but I want to talk about this because even though it's very simplistic, it does sort of look like something you see on the shelves, besides the fact that I'm missing some text on the box, because specifically on the character parts section, on the parts section of the box, you can see that it doesn't show what type it is, but that's not really something I was most occupied with. But the Percy one, it's the first time 560 was used. 560 would be used on a collab bay, which I really do hope that they make a reprint of 560 for a collab bay. But at least Hell's Chain hasn't been used as a collab bay. Now let's move on to the bays themselves. So the first bay I want to talk about is actually Hell's Chain, or should I say Thomas, because that's what this bay is based on. And basically the reason I chose Hell's Chain is because, you know, I wanted a round shape for a stamina type, and yes, both bays are stamina type releases in this collab set, but the reason I chose Thomas as Hell's Chain, since it's because of the coupling rods, or actually the coupling chains, being like, you know, Hell's Chain, coupling chains. I felt like it was a good way to represent Thomas in a sort of way, and I just didn't want to have another Hell's Chain. I didn't want to have double Hell's Chain for the set. So yeah, that's Thomas in terms of the blade. Moving on to the Ratchet, we have the Ratchet, which is 460. I really just like try to free ball it for this one. The red is just to represent Thomas's buffer beam, and the fact that it has 4 sides could be either side of the of Thomas's buffers. I could have added some like black coloring on the nubs, but that wouldn't be suited for like how Hasbro does collab bays. It's just nice detail though. And the blue is obviously supposed to represent Thomas's blue paint, as shown on the Hell's Chain layer. Now let's move on to the bit. And the bit for this is a really nice looking colored ball bit. And ball is a really competitive bit. I don't really have much to say on ball, considering the fact that this is literally just a blue ball meant to represent Thomas's blue build, obviously. So yeah, not much to say on that. But let's move on to the second collab bay. The second collab bay is a wizard arrow. Yeah, and the reason why I said the reason why I picked it as a wizard arrow is obvious, because I said it in the Thomas section of this, Thomas Blade section of this video. But this Percy gear chip is actually much older than the production of this video, because I made this Percy gear chip before, along with a James one. The original intent was to make a Percy and James dual pack, but I feel like a Thomas and Percy dual pack would have been better, so that's why I decided to end up picking making a Thomas Bay instead of a James Bay, and plus they were both based on the same base, so I felt like it would have been better just to have Thomas instead of James. So back to Percy. Percy's bay isn't really that special because yeah, it's just Wizard Arrow. Let's move on to the Ratchet. The Ratchet of this bay is a 560. The 560 is taken from Unicorn Sting, obviously, since you see the white ring around the Ratchet, but the middle part was colored green, and I say that the outer part, like the Ratchet ring, is meant to represent steam coming from Percy, and the green's obviously meant to represent Percy's green paint, but yeah, you should already know that. And then we have the green orbit. Honestly, Takara Tomy should really release a green orb, since it would be a great way to get orb again. And it's honestly just like a green is a good coloration to a really good piece in the Beyblade X meta. I really do hope Hasbro does make more collab bays in the vein of Marvel, Jurassic Park, stuff like that, like this concept that I made. And for the people who want to see more collab bays, I actually have two more collab bay sets that I have in the works that will be coming out soon. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this concept video. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye, folks.